The Stoics talk about the idea of liking what happens. Marcus explains that what you add to a fire makes it burn stronger. So the thing you want to develop, the thing you need to practice over and over, like a repeated thought, is the idea of having positive feelings about everything that happens in your life. It's not just about accepting or putting up with things, but about embracing them. Thinking, this is meant for me. I chose this. I wanted it this way. And it's the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. For instance, if your computer accidentally erases the work you were doing, you say, I love it, to that situation. When you're caught in traffic, you say, I love it. If people criticize you on Twitter or your boss points out your mistakes, you also say, I love it. You believe you can become better because of these challenges. Even when you're hungry, you say, I love it. I'm alive. I feel this. I'll make the best of it. And when you lose someone dear to you, it might sound strange, but embracing that loss is what amorphity is all about. No matter how much you get upset, angry, or sad, it won't bring them back. So you learn from those situations. That's the purpose of amorphity. You take these experiences as fuel to improve and grow. You might have a cancer, a disability, be of any race, short or tall, wealthy or poor, and still have a mindset of embracing everything that comes your way. That's amorphity. I'll make the best of it. I won't allow this to hold me back. I'll use it to grow. Consider when Thomas Edison's factory burned down, he found his son who was shocked. Most people react this way to obstacles, but Edison took charge and told his son, get your mother and her friends, they won't see a fire like this again. This is amorphity. He rebuilt the factory saying, this will keep me from getting bored. It's my next life chapter. He rebuilt without complaining, pointing fingers, or dwelling. We need that attitude with all challenges. Big, small, fair, unfair, chosen, or tragic. We say amorphity. Embrace it all. Turn it into motivation. Improve because of it. Philosophy can teach athletes important lessons. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner, a college hopeful, a talent scout, or a professional making a lot of money. Everyone in that room has control over one thing: how they perform. What your teammates do isn't in your control, but how you play is. Does Twitter comment about you? Not your control, but how you play is. The terms of your contract, not yours to control, but how you play is. People's remarks from the stands, you can't control them, but how you play is in your hands. Referee decisions, uncontrollable. Snow, rain, or heat, can't control them, but your performance, you can. Teammates injured. Are teammates playing fairly? Not your control. Whether the person ahead of you helps you or not, can't control that. Opponents cheating. You can't change that. Is your coach harsh? Out of your control? Doubters and non-believers, you can't control them, but your performance is yours. Yesterday's game? Out of your hands. Today's game? That's yours to play. If you've lost to the same team many times, not in your control. Wins and loses? Beyond you. What you do control, if it's not already clear, is how you're playing right now, this very moment. Doubters or admirers, it's about your effort, your choices, and your principles. Ultimately, that's what you're judged on. You can't control the outcome or facts, only your responses. However, if we can concentrate on this, as the Stoics pointed out, if we can solely focus on what we have control over, not only will we become happier, but we'll also gain more energy and be able to concentrate on what's right in front of us. Meanwhile, others waste their time by complaining, worrying, and talking about things they can't control. There are two words from the past that I believe we should remember and repeat in all situations. If you win the lottery, strike it rich, receive recognition, or get an award, tell yourself, remember, you will die. When you go through difficulties, trouble, experience betrayal, lies, theft, or unfairness, remind yourself, remember, you will die. You could end your life at this moment. Marcus Aurelius advised, letting this fact guide your actions, words, and thoughts. Whether you argue, face disappointment, get irritated by someone, or encounter setbacks like injuries, illness, or stress, remind yourself, life is short. I will eventually die. And that means you shouldn't take any of these too seriously. Don't let it burden you. Don't cling to it. Don't let it make you conceited either. If you're wealthy, if you're famous, if you got 1 million followers on Instagram, if you just got a job, if you got accepted into Harvard, if you got nominated for a Nobel Prize, if the president called you, if you got promoted, if you got a salary increase, remember, memento mori. You will eventually pass away. You can't take any of these things with you. Compared to the idea of eternity, they're insignificant. Think about all those people who had the same honors before you. Where are they now? They're deceased, just like you will be. What Marcus really meant by memento mori is that practicing it reminds you that you'll die. Whether things are going well or badly in life, it helps you appreciate good things without becoming arrogant and lets you release bad things without becoming disheartened. Whether your flight is delayed, you're stressed, tired, hungry, frustrated, or cynical, tell yourself memento mori. I'm mortal. Why am I taking this so seriously? Why am I letting it affect me? What's a few hours here or there when I'll eventually die? What you can control is whether you waste time being upset or taking things personally. Whether you're highly skilled or just starting, whether your work is praised or criticized, whether you have abundant opportunities or just barely enough, remember memento mori. Remember, I'll die. None of this carries importance in light of mortality. Whether you're having an intimate moment or dealing with daily routine, whether you're comfortable or in front of a prestigious crowd, memento mori. You will die. Is this how you want to use your time? Are you squandering it or living it fully? Are you embracing it or letting it slip through your fingers? Memento mori. Recall that I will die. You could leave life right now. Let that influence your actions, words, and thoughts. No matter what you're experiencing, no matter how great or tough life seems, memento mori. Remember, you'll eventually die. This difficult phase will also come to an end. Don't forget that.